Welcome to a sports city that is on fire right now. Giants in town. I don't think anybody cares who's in town to play the Nats. Tonight's the Zimmerman bobblehead giveaway. Yeah, the Caps win the Stanley Cup. There's no I in cup, but it's okay if the cup stands for I in the middle of that word. By the way, maybe these great things come in threes. We got the Stanley Cup, the All-Star Game's coming. What do the Nats have in store down the road? We'll find out, but what a time for D.C.
Yeah, just happy for everybody in D.C. to win a championship last night. The first time ever for the Caps, and it's almost like a pep rally here tonight. Everybody chanting CAPS, 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 Caps. So there's baseball to be played, but we'll all remember last night forever.
We shall remember June 7th. So a kid by the age of 19, Juan Soto, keeps getting it done for the Nats. So here's more reason to look down the road and anticipate future success the way he has started his big league career.
Well, the outfield's about to get crowded, and Juan Soto's making his case where I'm going nowhere. 346 average. You look at the impact this guy's made. We're going to watch some sweet swings from Juan Soto, the home runs, the base hits, the two-strike approach. He's reached base safely in 13 of 16 games. We told you about the 346 average. The 443 on base percentage is impressive. 9 strikeouts versus 9 walks. The kid knows the strike zone. He just seems to be playing way above his age. I've been calling him the man-child for a couple of days because he doesn't seem like he's 19 years old. He's leading rookies in slugging percentage, on base percentage since the time he got called up. The kid's just done everything. And I mean, he's got a lefty tonight. It doesn't faze him either. It doesn't matter.
And the guy playing next to him in center field, Michael A. Taylor, has really heated things up, hitting .315 recently. Steven Strasburg gets the ball tonight. 4th in the National League in strikeouts, 6th in innings. He's in the top 7 in wins. Strasburg here against the Giants. Max is pitching Sunday. Gio tomorrow. So look out, San Fran. You're going to see some great arms this weekend. Matson, brought to you by PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today, PNC. Make today the day. By Ocean City, Maryland. There's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. And by Lexus. Experience amazing. Things look a little quiet over there, but they're rowdy here at the ballpark. Big crowd on hand. 3-time world champion Giants in town. It's 80, cloudy skies, muggy. Tell you, it feels higher than a 64% humidity index. Brandon Crawford hitting great for the Giants. He's on a 7-game hitting streak right now. He is 6th in the league at .324. He's 8th in the league in hits and has 20 multi-hit games. And How often does a shortstop bat cleanup? Not very often at the big league level, but he's their guy right now. Buster Posey swinging the bat well. Pablo is swinging it well. They've got Hunter Pence back. They got Madison Bumgarner back earlier this week. And so the resurgent Giants face Strasburg. 3-2 career against him.
29 years old, 6'4", 225. Was strong last start through 6 innings before the Braves got to him in the 7th. He gave up 4 runs in that 7th, 3 of them earned. 4-0 loser last time out, June 1st at Atlanta. It was his 3rd 10-plus game of the year, but the first 10-plus strikeout game with no walks. He was lights out through 6 last start.
Steven right on time with a strike at 7:05. In the batter's box, Joe Panik, hitting .268. Even with the bag over at third, Anthony Rendon. And a ball out to left center, Michael A. Taylor just cruising to it for the first out.
Good defense tonight for the Nats. Soto, Taylor, Harper the outfield. Turner, Defoe up the middle. Rendon, Reynolds at the corners, and Pedro Severino doing the catching. Does June 8th, 2010 ring a bell to anybody out there?
14 bells to me.
14 strikeouts, his major league debut, celebrating that anniversary right here on the mound that he did it. There it is.
7 of the most electrifying innings we've ever had in this yard. Buster Posey's 9 for 21 career against him. Jacks one to left. It took off on Soto, and Juan had to reach up to grab it for a quick second out.
Yeah, opponent's hitting .345 on the first pitch against Steven this year, so Buster Posey not waiting around. That ball kind of tricked Juan a little bit, had an extra gear. Cruising for it, then had to reach up and jump at the end, so might have tricked him a little. Either way, it's the second out here in the first.
Always a Nat nemesis with the Pirates, Andrew McCutchen. He's on a 4-game hitting streak. Nats lost 2 out of 3 in San Fran back in May. McCutchen only 1 out of 8 in that series. 21 against the Nats with 14 home runs. Strauss has been tough on him though. 3 for 22, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Infield the pull, outfield just a bit the other way. Giants, by the way, 2nd in the league now in hitting. They're at .263, Cubs at .264 entering today. San Francisco 8th in runs, 9th in homers. They're in a tie with the Dodgers, a game and a half back of Arizona. Guess who the Dodgers entertain tonight and this weekend? The Atlanta Braves. 1-2. Bounced it.
Well, you remember last time out, he started having cramps, Steven did, in his left wrist, his glove side. He was kind of shaking out his leg, too, in the 7th inning. So a guy that dehydrates easily on warm days, goes through a couple of jerseys when it's really hot. Started to cramp up his last start in Atlanta on a hot day game.
2-2. Severino hopping to the outside edge. That ball is high in the air and deep left center. Taylor tracking it. Looks like it's out of here. Umpire signals. Carlos Torres at second. Home run, 1-0 Giants. Andrew McCutchen's 15th career against the Nats.
Yeah, Giants not waiting around for 2 strikes against Steven Strasburg. We gave you all the averages last time. That's just a belt-high fastball that ran right into his turbo zone. And McCutchen obviously looking in there. So 6 home runs for McCutchen. Barely got out of here. Did it hit the glass right there?
Looked like it. That's his first homer against Strasburg, his 6th of the year. And Stevens now given up 12 this year. And here's the hot swinging Brandon Crawford, and he's hacking on the first one.
392. 97 miles an hour on the exit velo.
Crawford, during his 7-game streak, 12 for 26. Kerwin Danley, the crew chief, has the plate tonight, 27th year. That was Paul Noward over there at third on the appeal. Carlos Torres at second. Scott Berry at first. 1-1 with 2 outs, and the changeup floating away. 2-1. Crawford, career against Strasburg, 5 for 15. Nice on the curve, brought it around from the outside. Get a strike.
The opponent's hitting 133 against Steven on a 2-2 count, so that evens it up.
He doubled up on the hook. 2-2.
Ballpark's got a little extra pep in its step here tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a buzz. There's a definite buzz.
Yeah, that was a good word for last night, too.
Swing and a miss. That fastball buzzed right by Brandon Crawford. McCutchen homers, 1-0 Giants. Here come the Nats. In the league in batting average, 7th in runs, 1st in homers still. Michael A. Taylor over the last couple of weeks warming it up, 315, 10 RBIs with a couple of homers in those 15 games. Wilmer Defoe's batting .338 at home. Juan Soto's hit safely in 10 of his 15 starts. So some of the young guys getting it done. Here's Trey Turner against the lefty, Andrew Suarez, at one time drafted by the Nats.
See the arsenal for Suarez. Way on the first base side of the rubber, kind of a crossfire, hide the ball guy. Last time out, he had a brilliant start. On the second against the Phillies, 7 shutout innings on just 3 hits. Struck out 5 Phillies, 87 pitches. So a guy that competes has to pitch to a corner, keep you off balance. All the terms for guys that don't throw 97.
From Miami, drafted out of high school by Toronto, did not sign. Then after 3 years at the U, he was drafted by the Nats. Did not sign, went back for another year, and the Giants made him a 2nd rounder in 15. The Nats had tried to take him in the 2nd round the year before that. So he's a rookie, 25 years of age. 3-2 to the first batter he faces.
I actually saw Andrew pitch in college against Florida State when the Nats played the Marlins one year. And then the Giants start tomorrow as Pudge Rodriguez's son, so I'm feeling super old up here.
As we all are. Backhand, that's Alan Hansen. Turner's safe, ball gets away. He's going to be standing at second.
Well, Alan Hansen did not read the scouting report that Trey Turner can fly, because he backhanded that ball deep at third and then double pumped And right here, I'm thinking he's safe. You can't do that against Trey Turner. I don't care what kind of arm you have. You got to get rid of it. Watch him catch the baseball and take his time. So right here, you got to get rid of it. And that little tap in the glove, the set and throw, he was safe. So that's a hit and an error all the way. There goes the no-hitter, Trey Turner with the first knock of the night for the Nats.
I like the way you called that. I would agree. Hit and E5.
Yeah, he was beating that all the way, Carp.
So Hansen's 4th error, the Giants 49th. They're in the bottom 3 in the league in defense, and that's not like San Francisco. Bryce up there hacking, fouls it off Buster Posey's mask.
Well, it was Bryce's idea to wear the red unis tonight. He had a real nice, humble tweet last night after the Caps beat his Vegas Golden Knights about, hey, congratulations, I'm happy for the city of DC, and it would be an honor to rock the red tomorrow night. They usually wear the red on Saturdays.
Yeah, I thought Bryce handled the whole thing really well.
So
he was all in for his team. We can't blame him for that.
No, not at all. So they're rocking the red tonight in honor of the Caps, and what a night it was last night.
Yeah, and so's about 3/4 of the crowd. 1 ball, 1 strike. I heard section 313 right below us will be, they don't have the Stanley Cup to pass around, so they're going to pass around your red sport coat. Everybody's going to wear it for a half inning.
None of my red matched on TV tonight, but it's all I had. I threw it at the kitchen sink at you.
It's all right. 2-1 to Harper, who's driven in 40, 18 home runs, still leads the National League by 3 over the nearest pursuer, and that's the rookie in San Diego, Christian Villanueva. Outfield deep. Gorky Hernandez, the center fielder, just a few steps toward left center. Harper on the breaking ball off to the left, and it's 2-2.
Defense for the Giants tonight. Pence, Hernandez, McCutcheon, the outfield. Crawford, Panic up the middle. Hansen, Sandoval at the corners, and Buster Posey behind the plate.
Two. Shortstop sneaking in. No daylight for Crawford or Suarez. Tried to paint with the fastball. It was away.
So the Buffalo just left town, and then we traded the Buffalo for the Panda. And the Giraffe, Brandon Belt, had an appendectomy, so he's at the veterinarian clinic. He won't be here. And we wish him well. I told you it was the Zoo Series.
Best week since Holy Week a few years ago. Harper stays alive.
What is it, the Cardinals, the Padres, and the Angels all came on one homestand?
Back to back to back. Had everything but the Pope on that homestand, but we got to be out of town for him.
I'm just happy I didn't spontaneously combust during those 3 teams coming through. Everything away. Been seeing it for a couple of weeks now.
Boy, Hunter Pence really shaded over toward the left field line. In left. 3-2. Bryce goes that way, and Pence won't have far to go. Turner tries to get back and tag, but the play's just too close to third base.
So how about Anthony Rendon on his birthday Wednesday? 4 knocks, 3 RBIs, scored 4 runs. Happy birthday to me. We're going to show you all the knocks. Couple of doubles in there for Tony Two Bags. What else would he do on his birthday? But he's starting to heat up. He's never been a crazy fast starter, but he finishes like nobody else. Let's see if he can stay hot here tonight against the Giants.
That was a long game because, well, 250 because of the offense. But in under 3 hours, Anthony Rendon raised his batting average 18 points. And here's another number on him. He's hitting .333 against lefties this year. But all the Nats getting their first look at Suarez. And he knows that if anybody falls asleep out there, Trey Turner's standing on third.
Yeah, got to keep him close.
Turner 17 of 18.
I might be mistaken tonight, Carp, but I don't remember the Nats wearing red helmets with the red jerseys ever. Usually they wear the navy blue helmets, so they're going all red tonight.
Low and in. Suarez coming off the best start of his young career. No runs, 3 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts in a 2-0 win against the Phillies 6 days ago. He went 7 for the second time in his career. Did that earlier in a 3-2 loss to the Padres. Rendon will drive it out of play, 1-1. Giants on the road, that's been their problem. They're 12 and 20. Bruce Bochy's team at home, AT&T Park, took 2 out of 3 against the Nats, and they're 19 and 11.
Their problem's been Nats Park since 2011, just 5 and 17 in this ballpark.
Well, you see, we mentioned Bumgarner and Pence. Joe Panik was out for a while. They got Mark Melancon back to lend some experience to that bullpen. Turner's running, throw to third, looks like he's safe, and he's in under the tag of Alan Hansen. That's his 18th of the year.
It's not like 18 and he's been caught 8 times. That's 18 he's been caught once. And he holds on for dear life with the oven mitt. Kind of wraps it around the bag with no fingers. Stay in the bag. Nicely done. Good jump, good throw. Trey just too fast.
Now a good RBI man has a runner at third, 1 out. Giants are bringing the infield in, not all the way in. They've got a 1-run lead here. Rendon 1-2 pitch. Couldn't get it upstairs, 2 down. It's going to be up to Mark Reynolds, who's done a ton of hitting against San Francisco in his career. None against this pitcher, but he does have 47 career RBIs against the Giants. Reynolds 16 for 55 in 17 games. 6 home runs, 8 RBIs. Infield backs up.
Yeah, the book on Mark lately has been away too, a lot like Bryce. He's looking to drive one to right center here. And Trey Turner getting way off third because Hansen's deep. Anything in the dirt, he can scoot home.
Way slow on the change there. Hitters count 2-0. Lefty cuts one in there, and he got the inside edge.
Yeah, that's his slider. And you see the first 2 away, and he tries to go in there. Opponent's hitting 182 against his slider, just 10 for 55. So just by the numbers, that would appear to be his best pitch.
And he goes in there with the heater, and under Mark's hands, he gets strike 2.
Same spot, different pitch. 3's a slider, 4's a fastball. And 4 looked just a little more inside, and it was.
Swing and a miss, inning over. That's had Turner at first, or rather at third, with 1 out. And Suarez strikes out 2. Giants the early lead.
with big smiles on their faces, and Max Scherzer had one on his face earlier on today as well. Max saying that he loved watching the city of DC celebrate the Caps Stanley Cup championship last night, loved seeing people climbing up on light poles and going nuts, and said with a smile that he loves to party. So watching that party really got him going. Max has been here for 3.5 years now, and he said he's learned in his time here that this is a sports town. And he said when you see the number of people who are passionate about the Caps and what they accomplished, it's awesome. Because you know those people are baseball fans too. They're pulling for us to have that success just like the Caps did.
Well said, Dan.
I think it's super valuable for these players to see how thirsty this town was for a winner and how that could happen for them. You always wonder as a player what it would be like if you won a World Series in whatever town you play in. But now you don't have to wonder anymore because you saw what it was like downtown last night. And that's tangible motivation for you. As a player, you want to win a World Series. You don't really need to see the celebration they saw, but when you do see it and you're in the clubhouse or the dugout and you say, bro, did you see that last night? Can you imagine if we did that? So it was tremendous for these guys to witness that. A lot of guys were down there for Game 4. A lot of guys were down there last night. It's just good for everybody, and I can't say how much it means to me to live here year-round and to see all my friends celebrate last night that have been Caps fans for a lot longer than me. They paid their dues. And congratulations to all the fans in DC too.
Absolutely. Pablo Sandoval can flat out hit. He's come back to the Giants after 2 really rough years in Boston. And with that base hit, he's going to be climbing up toward the 290 mark. And he's now 7 for his last 14.
So this was downtown last night. Unbelievable scene. I mean, you couldn't move down there. I was there for 2 periods and honestly got scared for my life and left. Watched the end at Navy Yard, but everybody that stayed down there, what a scene. I mean, people were crying in the streets, hugging strangers. It was just something that everybody that was there or watching on TV, there's a Caps fan that was a part of it, will remember the rest of their lives. It was incredible. It's why you play as a player, and it's why you watch as a fan.
This is 25-year-old switch-hitting infielder Alan Hansen.
And I think, Carp, all the heartbreak makes you appreciate it even more when it happens.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years.
I think fans need to remember the bad times to savor better the good times. And we've done that around here. Sure is more fun to win 95 than it was 59. Swing and a miss as Strasburg gets one down with the curveball on Hansen. Steven first inning, 14 pitches, 10 strikes. A strikeout of Crawford, the homer by McCutcheon. Alan Hansen's from the Dominican. Big league time, parts of 2 years with the Pirates and the White Sox before the Giants signed him 3 days before Christmas as a minor league free agent. No balls, 2 strikes. It's hard to believe it was 8 years ago tonight when Strasburg made that first start. Looking over at the shelf here where we keep different supplies. I have 1 copy of the CD left, the DVD from that game. We used to have a whole carton of them up here, give them to people occasionally when they come up to the booth. And we've got 1 left. I don't know if we're going to let go of that one or not.
Well, that's all Nats fans had to hang their hat on for the longest time. You know, the first-round draft pick from San Diego State that throws 100 miles an hour. You hear about him coming up through the system, just blowing people away.
Threw a no-hitter there.
And then he lived up to the billing in his first ever start.
I still remember the night of the draft, the Nats had until midnight to sign him, and it's something like 11:59:50. They finally got the deal done. A lot of us were up late on our phones just talking to each other and waiting for the news to come across, and boom, there it was just before midnight that the Nationals had come up with what Scott Boras and Steven Strasburg and his family were looking for, and he became a Nat. That was a great night as well. It was about 11 months before he took the mound here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a ball pulled to the right side, and Defoe can't get to it. I was about to say productive out, and now it's an RBI single. And the Giants lead 2-0. And this Alan Hansen kid is on fire. He's over 350 with RBI number 17.
Well, I think it was a curveball, so if you're trying to move a runner, that might be the easiest pitch to roll over on. So Hansen made the error in judgment to allow Trey Turner to get the first, and now he makes up with it with a big-time hit.
Well, they've got Hunter Pence back. He was out 40 games with a right thumb strain, hitting a .190. He's going to take a little while to get going here, but we all know what a productive player he can be. He's just been hurt a lot the last couple of years. Long trip to the DL last year because of a hamstring. Wrist tendonitis and oblique a couple of years ago. Hunter Pence, 35 years of age. 5 out of 18 career against Strasburg.
So you remember when Ryan Zimmerman went from third to first, he used to tell me when to go to his right was the hardest. Watch Mark Reynolds kind of go, should I go for that? Should I not? He hesitated, and maybe if he goes for it, Steven gets there and covers the bag. But his first reaction was the jab step toward the line, froze a little bit, and then the ball got by him. That's the hardest thing for first basemen that haven't played there a lot to learn, is how far do I go towards second base for a ground ball.
And the 0-1 sliding is Severino to his right. So the Giants, first 6 batters, we've seen a homer, a double, and an RBI single. It's Bruce Bochy and Hensley Mullins, his bench coach. And the breaking ball just slid outside a bit. 2-1.
Keeps rolling his shoulders after every pitch. I don't know that he feels completely comfortable right now.
And that ball's hammered to the gap. One hop to the scoreboard. Taylor up with it quickly. They're going to send the runner. First cutoff man missed. Secondary cutoff man Turner with a late throw. And the Giants lead 3-0. And 4 of their last 5 batters have hit the ball pretty well.
So Hunter Pence is going with that new Justin Turner kind of stance with his hands down and leg kick, and you see the results there. So just back off the DL, goes shopping at the gap. Looked like a fastball from Steven, about 95, and Ron Rodas waving Alan Hansen, who scores easily in front of the throw. Got a sweat pouring off the hat.
Yeah, muggy night. Gorkys Hernandez will be next. Runner at second, nobody out. 2 runs in, 3-0 San Francisco. When the Nats started their series in San Fran Monday, April 23rd, the Giants were 9-12, and they were 6 games behind Arizona. Right now they're tied with the Dodgers in third, a game and a half out. Hernandez, number 8 hitter. That's a base hit. Rodas is going to hold this runner, charged very well by Juan Soto. And the bases will be first and third, nobody out for Suarez, who does not have a big league hit, but he has a sacrifice.
Yeah, line moving here for the Giants in the second, no matter what. It seems like something's not right with Steven. Usually don't see this. His best innings are 1 through 5. He's got a 2.40 ERA and a 193 average against on the season. It gets a little weird after 5, where he's got a 5.79 and 291 average against. But right now the Giants have figured something out. It looks like he's just missing a little bit with his location, and something's bothering him after every pitch. He keeps rolling that right shoulder back.
Suarez 0 for 13 with 1 sacrifice. If he lays one down and they get a run, they'll be happy. But if he lays one down and they get Hernandez to second, they'll take that. Ball gets away and the runner will go to second. He's going to be thrown out by Severino, and the runner at third, Pence, had to stay. So Pedro Severino gets Gorkys Hernandez, and Hensley Mulin's on the phone to the clubhouse.
Hensley threw his hand up in the air like, do you really need me to make this call? You're walking off the field. Trey Turner didn't go back for the tag, which leads me to believe that he got him the first time. What a throw by Severino, bullet on the money. He got him on the arm there as he tried to do the swim move. But look at the throw by Pedro. And the tag's right on the arm, right there. You can't see it from that angle. He got him.
Now the infield's in, and if you get the pitcher, big time chance to get out of this inning. That's a strike, 2-1.
Saw Matt Grace stretching in the bullpen. He would be the long guy, right?
Yeah, right now he would.
Just hop back up on the bench.
Lefties hanging together out there. 2-2. Strike three called, 2 down. Now it's Strasburg against Joe Panik. Nissan will check it. Panik fly ball to center first time. Sent Michael A over toward the gap on the left side, and that on one pitch lined to Mark Reynolds. So 2 runs for the Giants. Looked like it could be more. They lead by 3.
The Capitol and everything. You can see the All-Star game from better views than this right here in this ballpark. The polls are open, so vote for your own players. Vote 5 times per day, and you can vote 20 times. If you do that, you unlock 50% off select Nats tickets. Vote early, vote often, vote Nats.
3-5-1 Giants already. 0-1-0 Nats on the Turner base hit. So how about experiencing something? The power and toughness of Ram. At your local dealer, log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. Bottom of the second, Juan Soto leads off. And that ball at 88 sliding away from him. Still got a strike. Suarez has a lead with which to work now. One of the big things about his last start, he got 15 outs and no hits on his secondary pitches. So a young guy kind of, at least for one night, figuring things out. That's how veteran guys pitch.
Yeah, we saw
2-2.
Steven go down the tunnel with the trainer. Dave Martinez with the lineup card in his hand. We don't know what that means. But he's talking to the pitching coach, so that might give you some clue. And here goes the call to the bullpen. I think Steven might be done.
Red lights flashing on that phone out there. 2-2 now to Soto, who's done well against lefties so far, trying to get a foothold in there because he really wants to spread out here with 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, the fastball misses up and away. Out to left. Ball's going to carry out to Hunter Pence.
So Michael A. Taylor starting to heat up. 3 hits on Wednesday. We're going to show him to you. Give him some good vibes going into this at-bat. He's using the whole field all of a sudden. Swinging at strikes, which makes the game a lot easier, but when you're going bad, it's hard to see the baseball. So a couple knocks to right, 1 to left, and with Adam Eaton looming, it might be as early as tomorrow. Michael A. Taylor's heating up, so we'll see what happens with the lineup when Eaton comes back.
Taylor up there hacking. Batting average up to 215. Remember, it took Michael A. a long time to get off that interstate where your batting average starts with the number 1. You know he's chomping at the bit to get back in.
Played a complete game in Potomac yesterday. They just wanted to kind of see how he reacted to that today, and the manager used about 6 varies in how close he was.
Yeah.
Here's Howie.
No real update today on Daniel Murphy. Still, that's kind of in that feeling out process with him, seeing how he feels on a daily basis. So as we mentioned earlier, Michael A. 315 now over his last 15 games. We have noticed lately he's made more contact with 2 strikes to keep at bats alive.
Well, as a player, you start getting some hits, you relax, you don't feel like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Maybe that walk-off knock kind of took a lot of pressure off.
Outfield exactly straight away here, and he takes the fastball up. 2-2.
They swinging at that 2 weeks ago. Game moves slower, Carp, when you feel good about yourself, when you have some results.
Swing and a miss. That's 93. Seemed to play a little faster. 3 of the last 4 Nationals struck out now by Andrew Suarez. When the Nats win and score 7 or more like they did 2 days ago, they put 11 on the board against Tampa Bay. You get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com. Promo code NATS50. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Wilmer Defoe 231 right-handed, but at home 338. That's the 6th highest batting average by any hitter in his home park this year. And there's Wander Suero further telling us that Steven Strasburg could be done. And now he's going to back off for a minute. Somebody else going up to the mound, it appears.
Well, I mean, this is unexpected. It's like 911. They don't know. Weren't expecting Steven Strasburg to just go 1.
Yeah. So something happened to change the bullpen scenario. Suero stopped. Sean Kelly ran up the hill, and he's been throwing in earnest now. And there are already 2 outs in the inning. But if Strasburg's leaving because of an injury, kind of get ready at his own pace here.
Well, a lot of times you go with the reliever that get ready the quickest and bridge to the reliever that maybe takes a little bit longer to get loose.
Big curveball. And right now, Andrew Suarez putting down the Nats 6 in a row. 3-0 Giants.
Warming up, he gets as many pitches as he wants because of the injury. So we'll show you what we got. I suspected something was wrong when I saw him rolling his shoulders after some pitches. Watch. Kind of a back, neck, shoulder cramp thing. And if you read lips, you can tell Derek Lilliquist was, "How's your shoulder doing?" Possibly. And I think the pitching coach told him, "Hey, we don't need any heroes in June. If you're not feeling it, let's shut it down and we'll figure out who's going to pitch."
So Davey will enter the name of Sean Kelly, 34-year-old right-hander. This will be his 16th appearance. So far, he's only pitched 11 innings the entire season, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts.
Might be the earliest he's pitched in a game in a long, long time. Third inning, Sean Kelly. Steven Strasburg goes 2 innings, gives up 3 runs. Giants were squaring him up, didn't have his ace stuff, and obviously something was wrong.
We were having an interesting discussion between innings. Does Kelly get all the time he needs? The answer is yes, because technically when the Nats came out on the field for the 3rd inning, Steven Strasburg was still in the game. He was still the pitcher of record. Had the Nats pinch hit for him, then Kelly would have gotten these standard 8 warm-up tosses. But these guys warm up quickly, these relievers, and he's ready. Let's go inside the numbers presented by PNC Bank. Make today the day in the Nats bullpen since the end of April. And we're talking nearly a 6-week period now, FP. Just outstanding.
Yeah, they've been money. They've been carrying the load. And now maybe tonight's a night, and a warm night here at Nats Park. You slug it out. We'll see.
Buster Posey 1 for 2 career against Sean Kelly. And evidently they're going to try to ambush anybody the Nats pitch tonight. First pitch, Harper, 1 out. McCutchen, who homered in the first, is next. Andrew McCutchen 1 for 4 career against Kelly. So against the Nats career now, he has 15 home runs and 36 RBIs. And of course the Nats got Tim Collins back from paternity leave the other day. Matt Grace was activated. So the Nats have a season most 9 arms in their bullpen.
Yeah, this is where you need somebody to just go out there and get some outs, or this could discombobulate you for a week.
Got the call from Kerwin Danley on that fastball to the outside edge. 27th year in the big leagues for the crew chief. Out of play, left side. And with Steven leaving so early, it'll be hours before we know anything about his condition. So maybe during the 30-minute post-game Nats Extra, Johnny and Ray or Dan will have an update for us. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Big crowd, every section of the ballpark occupied tonight. Nationals finally got their home record back even at 14-14 by taking 2 in a row from the Rays. Check swing. Kelly really slowed down his bat, didn't he? Shovels to Reynolds, 2 down.
So this is Sunday, yoga in the outfield. Nats will be boogieing up to New York to play the Yankees after the game, but you can stretch in the outfield all night long. Well, at least after the game for a little bit. Get your tickets at nationals.com. You get a yoga mat. Bob Carpenter will be out there passing around beers to everybody. It'll be great.
Yoga light in the outfield, evidently. There's Brandon Crawford, who struck out swinging his first time. You know, the only thing I don't like about yoga is I didn't start doing it 10 years ago.
I just don't like the stretching part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I don't like about it.
But see, they have these classes called deep stretch for like an hour, and you're not doing anything uncomfortable. You're just stretching the whole time. That's a great way to start.
That's the part I don't like. If there was no stretching in yoga, I'd love it.
I do know that they do not allow earbuds and Led Zeppelin during the class. And you might have a problem with that. Nats in a shift. Only man on the left side, Anthony Rendon. That's a good heater right above the belts to Brandon Crawford. Outfield plays him straight away. That one really staggered Kerwin Danley. Severino popped up. Looked like it might have got Kerwin maybe near the left collarbone, somewhere like that.
He's good. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, fine. No trainers. We're good.
Pedro, like, you sure?
Kerwin Danley's a great dude. And obviously tough. Yeah, winged him. Ooh. Left arm didn't need it.
2-2. The reason I can think of that the Nats switched off Suero for Kelly, the pitcher spot is coming up second. So maybe it's Sean for 1 inning here. Then they hit for the pitcher, and then Suero could go several innings. Because they made a pretty abrupt switch. We'll see how it all shakes out. It'll be Severino, the pitcher spot, and then Turner in the bottom of the 3rd. Sean pumping strikes. That ball's hit really well out toward the deep gap. Hits off the wall. Might be a play at second. Great throw by Taylor, but Depot trying to make the swipe tag, which I think would have been late anyway. Didn't make the connection. Double all the way for Brandon Crawford, and he has an 8-game streak.
Pretty good swing by Brandon Crawford. Has been one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Had an amazing month of May, and that just hit Wilmer in the leg, I believe. 15th double of the year. Great throw from Michael Taylor. Played it well off the wall. That would have been close. Something must have happened weird on the hop. I've talked to players, Carp, that have lost the ball in the out-of-town scoreboard when it's coming low from that area. See all the white lights on the scores? You're looking eye level at that. And sometimes the ball will get caught up in a team name out there or the score itself.
Yeah, there it is. It's a new trend in ballparks to have the out-of-town scoreboards mounted on the field in the outfield. There's a strike on a fastball to Pablo Sandoval, who doubled to the left center field gap his first time.
Talked to third base coaches who've said they've lost relay throws in that scoreboard and didn't know whether to send a guy or hold him. Rhymes with Mob Fenley. Yeah, he didn't see it. You see him just kind of like go self-preservation there at the end?
Pablo, even 0-2 dangerous. Trying to miss off the plate. He might take it the other way.
Good chase down.
Yeah, he showed him something way outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Dropped the slider under his bat, so Sean Kelly gets the scoreless inning. Nats, will they hit for the pitcher? They're down 3-0.
Their first Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support boys and girls clubs of Greater Washington. Max Scherzer's on deck. The Nats have drawn 223 walks. Max Scherzer's on deck for a total of $1,150. So Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards Max on deck, a healthier and more active lifestyle. Max Scherzer's about to hit. Text your friends.
Severino, Scherzer, and Turner here. Bottom of the third. I think it's a perfect call because it's the third inning. You don't want to burn your bench early. The Nats only have 3 extra men besides the backup catcher. We may just have to listen to the intro for Max when he gets announced.
I'm in. After all the Cap stuff, the Caps winning. 13 strikeouts his last outing. This is a big at bat, and I'm going to tell you why when he gets up there.
Severino, 1-1. Gets under one out to center. All right, here he comes.
Added bonus for everybody here on a Friday night, huh? And us watching on TV.
He's hitting 1,000 as a pinch hitter.
He was out here early hitting today. He and Bob Henley had an awesome session together. They had a competition on base hits. This is a big at-bat because there's only been one pitcher in the history of baseball to hit 300 and win the Cy Young.
A guy from his hometown.
Bob Gibson is the only pitcher in the history of baseball to do that. So Max is flirting with it. He's been around it all year. And if he wins the Cy Young again this year and hits 300, he'd only be the second pitcher ever.
Yeah, the only other guy to do it is his dad's favorite player. Max hits it sharply, but Crawford's there. So he got a good swing, but the Nats have now gone down 8 in a row since the Turner base hit, and Max gets a good hand. Trey Turner got the game off to a good start for the Nats with an infield hit to third. Alan Hansen threw low and wide. He got to second, stole third base. But then Suarez went to work and struck out Rendon and Reynolds. That was big for the Giants because they came right back in their dugout and added 2 runs.
I was going to save that nugget till Sunday, but I figured was it.
I'd say put it on your to-do list for Sunday right now. You want to hear that again? Right off the end of the bat for Turner, out to Joe Panik. So the Nats go in order. 9 in a row. That was a 9-pitch inning for Suarez. In the red, but they've got the caps and they're rocking their uniforms. Looking great. It's brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union, our troop recognition. Proudly serving the armed forces, veterans, and their families for over 80 years. Navy Federal Credit Union. 3-6-1 Giants, 0-1-0 Nats. We go top 4. Hansen, Benson, Hernandez. Now it's time for Lowe's whole team together. So the Nats, this is their 27th game against the West. I think we determined that after the series we'll be done for the West, except for the final weekend of the season in Denver. Haven't played the Central much. Really haven't played the East that much either.
That'd be great as a hitter if you're hitting like 298 or 299 you end the season at Coors Field. Pretty much guaranteed to hit 300, right?
Or if you're the batting champion, you can sit down for a couple of days. That's a long way away, man. Tonight is game number 61 for the Nats. So after tomorrow, we will have 100 remaining. Here's Alan Hansen, RBI hit to right. Snuck it under the glove of Defoe first time. And Wander Suero's in the game. Hansen's going to turn on one and get around early. 26-year-old right-hander from Sabana Largo, Dominican Republic. And for Wander, his 12th appearance. He's pitched 11 innings so far.
Yeah, big time cut fastball, 90, 92. Pretty sharp curveball to go with it. And when he's commanding that cutter, he's tough to hit.
Two balls, one strike. Giants had 4 hits in a row in the second with nobody out. Steven was able to wiggle out of it. Some help from his catcher and another runner nailed at second. So we'll see if that turns out to be big later if the Nats can rally, having held the Giants to a 3-0 lead early rather than maybe 4-0, 5-0. Hunter Pence was in on that with a double. And that ball's got some kind of cut. So the Giants see Wander Suero for the first time, and the 5-pitch AP so far brought to you by Mercedes. That ball is hit a ton to right, and it could carry to the wall. About 2/3 of the way up it, right in front of the Nats bullpen. Going for 3, and Bryce Harper's throw all the way over to Rendon. Alan Hansen with a leadoff triple in the 4th.
Well, everything in, and Hansen couldn't keep one fair. All the cutters from Suero, and this time he kept his hands inside of it. And rockets a line drive off the right field fence. I thought he was going to be satisfied with 2, but then he decides to test Bryce Harper, who throws it all the way to 3rd over the cutoff man, and he beats it easily.
First triple of the year for Alan Hansen.
Giants are swinging it tonight.
They are. 7 hits already. Infield way in. Here's Hunter Pence. He's up there hacking, and that ball's out of play.
He's kind of lowered his hands and going with that new launch angle swing, trying to reinvent himself after a slow start.
Yeah, Giants, I think, about as surprised as anybody by what Alan Hansen's done. Now in his 20th game with them this year. His batting average right around 355 now. Evan Longoria on the bench tonight. Of course, the Nats were starting the right-hander Strasburg. There's a good breaking ball.
You know, a lot of times a player, the game starts speeding up when you get older, so it's up to you to make adjustments, even if you've had tons of success with one stance and one swing, to realize that and be open to making changes. I thought Jason Worth is as good as anybody ever saw at that. You know, when he was getting older, to change where his hands were, to change where he stood on the plate.
Yeah.
All kinds of things so he could keep, nice stop right there, so he could keep making solid, consistent contact, even though maybe, you know, if he wasn't going to admit it, the game started to speed up a little bit. He found ways to compensate and to adjust, and that's what Hunter Pence is doing with this new stance.
3-2 now. Pence choked up right over the pitcher, but here comes Turner. Runner holds at 3rd, 1 out. A lot of scrambling on that play, and Trey came in to cut things off.
And usually you go no contact play with nobody out, and you could tell Hansen was not even thinking about going on the down angle. With 1 out, up by 3, I would be shocked if the Giants didn't go contact play here.
Number 8 man, Gorky Hernandez, a base hit to left first time.
Those of you that might not know, contact play, if you're on 3rd, you get a sizable lead as big as you can, and you see the ball down angle off the bat, you're going, no matter if the infield's in or not. Anywhere. Just trying to beat the throw home.
Good looking cutter to the outside edge, 1-1. Gorky Hernandez has been around for a while. He'll be 31 in September. Been in professional baseball for 13 years, but just parts of 4 years at the big league level. Doing a good job for the Giants. And that ball is cranked out to center and out of here. Hernandez to the deepest part of right center, and the Giants now will go on top 5-0.
The 7th home run of the year for Hernandez, and this was impressive. He stayed back on the Suero curveball, let it get deep, and hit it far to right center field. And the ball is traveling here, so even though it's 5-0, if the Nats can put something together, this is a small ballpark here tonight.
Second at bat for the rookie pitcher Andrew Suarez. Quirky Hernandez just busted up big time, and 0 for 8 by singling in the second and homering in the fourth. Strike two. Strike three, 2 down.
All right, DC Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $44 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout and Nats pitcher this year.
Top of the order. Fourth inning, third at bat for Joe Panik. And that ball cut just enough inside. Ball one. Fly ball to center. Line drive to first. 0 for 2. Nats have some big guns due up bottom 4. We'll have a look in a second. Suero trying to end this top of the inning. 2-2. Homer Defoe a step to his right. That'll do it. Giants do some damage. Nats need to get started. Bryce Harper coming up. Anthony Rendon and Mark Reynolds. Bottom 4. The all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Big crowd. The Nats want to give them something to holler about as we go bottom 4. We just had our Geico President's Race, 15 minutes. Could save you 15% or more in car insurance. Tom trying to hold off Abe. Lincoln's always been the best closer. That's his 11th of the year. Tom has 9. George has 7. Teddy has 2. Visit geico.com. See how much you could save. Bottom 4, here's Bryce. Time to get something going.
Some offense. Well, you're right, Carp. Great crowds ready to holler.
Yeah, they arrived in a big-time good mood tonight.
They're still in a good mood, trust me. Must be in a better mood if the Nats put up some crooked numbers.
So Suarez 9 in a row since Turner's leadoff hit in the first. He had a 9-pitch third inning. 0-2 to Bryce. Tried to paint, ball one. Here's that second time around the batting order that you reference so often against a pitcher the Nats have not faced before.
Yeah, I just think if Bryce is thinking left, center, right here, he's thinking the right way. Everything's been away consistently. I mean, there's one, I think the first pitch here is the closest thing he's seen to him in a long time, was a get me over curveball, but trust me, he's trying.
They're in the shift. They leave Brandon Crawford home at short. And Bryce figured he better swing at that front door breaking ball. Takes it the other way. Hunter Pence over to his left to grab it on the run. So Bryce has gone the other way twice.
It didn't crush it that way, but it's a good start. You look at him stay on the curveball. He didn't roll over it to second. Kind of ran out of room there, but he's so strong that it flirted with the gap for a second. Still that front hip kind of rotating out just a little soon. Better swing. Definitely one to build on.
Here's Anthony Rendon.
Yo, everybody says they'd love to have our jobs. You know whose job I wanted last night? Our old friend Adam Kilgore, who followed the team around the casino last night till like 5 in the morning and then reported on it.
There's a great swing by Rendon. Anthony hits one with authority to right. And he's aboard with one out for Mark Reynolds.
I mean, if that isn't the best assignment he's ever had in his career with the Washington Post. Hey, follow the team around when they party with Tiesto till 5 in the morning. Great swing right there. He's hot. 4 hits the other day. Here's his first hit tonight. Beautiful swing. Look at no stride. Let the ball get deep. Quickest bat in baseball, and I'll put him up against anybody with that statement.
Well, maybe the Nats need a big extra base hit here from Mark Reynolds. Anything to get things going. Get the line moving a bit. First pitch, and he pops it up. Out of play.
Yeah, a little instant offense of 5-2 wouldn't be bad right here. Pretty healthy rip by Mark.
And the fastball well off the plate, 1-1. Mark Reynolds' career against the Giants, 257 coming in, 17 home runs, 47 RBIs. Time with Arizona and Colorado against the San Francisco Ball Club. Two and one. Suarez, first 3 innings, 16 pitches per the average. He really needed that quick third. He's gone 7 innings a couple of times this year, 6 innings once.
Play Bob. I stay down, give it to a kid.
Well done. Two kids on the third baseline. He's Bob Friendly.
Yeah. He takes a ball out to a kid every night. We've shown it before on the broadcast. He runs out there at the brand new Major League Baseball, finds a kid, runs over and gives it to him before the first pitch to a Nat.
Good take. They've tried him under his hands 3 times, and now it's 3-2. Nats down by 5. Don't want to run yourself out of anything here.
You feel like with their staff, we haven't said that a whole lot this year, down by 5.
Right. Swing and a miss. He went slider on 3-2. And that strikeout number 5 for Suarez. And with more on the offense, here's Dan.
Davey Martinez loves home runs from his team, obviously, but Davey's saying the other day, we need to do the little things. Maybe play some more small ball, bunt, steal, move a runner. Let's try and manufacture, score runs in other ways than with the home run. It worked on Wednesday. The Nats scored 11 runs on 15 hits with no homers in there, and Davey would like to see some more of that going forward.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting about the Nats. They had 7 hits in the first 2 innings on Wednesday and scored 6 runs. Not one left the ballpark by the time the game was over, when they won 11-2 and had 15 hits. So the Nats still by 1 over Milwaukee in the team home run race. Brewers are scuffling a bit. They've lost 3 in a row, and the Cubs won today. They're tied with them for first in the Central. Strike call, 1-1 to Soto. Nissan on the pitch cast. Kind of looks like it should be 1-1 the other way. Front door on the breaking ball stayed in.
You know, calls aren't that big to a guy like Juan Soto because he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. He'll definitely take a 2-1 count, don't get me wrong. But if you're not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, you don't freak out on a borderline call early in the at-bat. And now he'll spread out, choke up, and try to slap one to left or up the middle.
By the way, Ryan Braun just hit one in Philadelphia, so the Nats and the Brewers tied atop that home run race now. Here's Soto, 2-2 with 2 outs. High in the air to left. Hunter Pence keeps on going with it. That ball is out of here. See you later. Juan Soto got one up in the humid air, and it just kept on going, and the Nats are on the board.
I'm telling you, barrel up a baseball in the air tonight, you got a chance. This game is far from over. And Hunter Pence just missed that. Wait till you see this replay. Juan Soto will take it. The Nats will take it. 5-2. And we got a ball game. 364 and a half feet, I'm calling. I don't care what that says. I mean, that just got out of here. A humid night. We talked about how the ball carries here. Spread out, 2 strikes. And guess what, kids? You can still hit a tater choked up on the bat with 2 strikes. This is where it gets interesting. Watch. Oh, he just misses it. And now the Nats down by 3. Don't go anywhere. Long way to go.
So take that, Brewers. The Nats back on top in the home run race by 1. Juan Soto continues to drive the ball the other way
With 2 strikes.
So impressive. He's got 3 homers, 2 of them to the opposite field, and his RBI total goes up to 8.
Same place as his first career home run, but that one was a little bit further. I believe that was over the bullpen.
1-2, and that ball is hit hard by Taylor out to center. Gorky Hernandez there. So the Soto homer is the first Nationals building block in the comeback effort tonight. A Rendon single, a 2-out Soto homer, and now this one to the 5th. What an impressive rookie, taking the ball the other way. There's the pitch cast. Pitch away, up and away, and out of here.
And just away from Hunter Pence.
Up to the bullpen to keep this a 3-run game. Giants have their 2, 3, 4 guys up. First one, Buster Posey. Line drive out to left and a fly ball to right. Well, you talk about taking a situation by the neck and running with it. The young left fielder has done it.
Well, he knew we featured him in our open today when we came on the air, and then he had to back it up. That's how good he is.
Caps, Soto. Yeah, I got him. Two-one.
Something special about being a rookie and having success and just not even thinking about anything. You know, who am I facing tonight? I don't care. Hey, he's pretty good. I don't care. I'm just going to go out, see ball, hit ball. I'm going to stick to my game plan, work hard in the cage.
Two-two.
I mean, he's just keeping it, the game in its simplest form, Carp. You know?
Yeah.
When you're 19 years old, first go in the big leagues, see ball, hit ball. He's got tremendous hand-eye coordination. You look at the close pitch. Down.
Wow. The pitch cast doesn't like the low strike. It is low. Good call by Kerwin Danley. 3-2 now. Well, I'll tell you, FP, they should edit a whole bunch of his 2-strike at bats together and show them to every young hitter in this organization. If they haven't already.
I'm just going to say, and maybe a lot of hitters will see it on the Nats or on other teams and say, wow, maybe I'll try that.
Yeah.
I mean,
what a novel idea.
Choke up, see what happens.
Deep short Turner. Can he pop up and throw him out? Yes! Bit of a long hop, a little bit in between for Mark Reynolds. Buster never known for speed, but that's a great play by the shortstop.
What a play by Trey Turner. Watch how quick he gets rid of this kind of a sidearm sling. And nice pick by Mark Reynolds. Stayed with it nice. And you knew you had just a little bit of time with Buster Posey running. But it checks up on the grass, and Mark Reynolds did a nice job of staying with that. So beautiful play by Trey Turner. Nice pick by Mark Reynolds. One out here in the 5th. Momentum wearing red.
Here's McCutchen. Well, remember how many shortstops utilize the old turf on plays like that. And Trey Turner utilized the grass and still got it there. McCutchen, homer to left center, then a bouncer to the pitcher. Suero goes down and in on him with a nasty sinking fastball. 0-2. Second inning of work. Two balls, 2 strikes. After Albert Pujols left St. Louis and went to Anaheim, I can't think of an opposing batter, maybe Freddie Freeman, who terrorized the Nats any more than this guy. We only saw him 6 or 7 times a year. 2-2. Pretty good jammage, and McCutchen hit one off his lower leg there.
I would say more like 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah,
a little bit 15, but
13 he was the MVP.
17 and 18 at Pittsburgh, or 16 and 17 I should say in Pittsburgh, not so much. He was banged up and obviously a little bit further down the road, but yeah, there was a time when he just feasted.
And Trey Turner with his hops, not able to reach that one. McCutchen 2 for 3.
All right, Nats are going on a road trip, then they come back. That's how this thing usually works. They'll be back the 18th through the 24th. Yankees are here for that doubleheader on the 18th. O's come into town, so battle the Beltways. Phillies come into town, so the Bronx Bombers, Orioles, Phillies.
Visit nationals.com for tickets. Sunday night baseball game, by the way, on the 24th against the Phillies. Just announced.
Here's Crawford.
J-Lo will be back in my seat in the booth. I don't know. I'm just making that up. She was here. She's going to retire the seat, but whatever.
Some high gas, swing and a miss. Jose Alguacil, the first base coach for the Giants, barking back over there.
That's Spanish for a seal in water. Alguacil. Right?
What a night. Beautiful view from our robotic camera right on the screen up over the umpire and catcher's shoulder. 1-1 pitch. Off speed, and that ball's driven to left, and it's trouble. Into the corner. Soto can't get it. It's fair. It bounces into the corner. McCutchen will score. And the Giants lead 6-2. And now Brandon Crawford is 14 for 29 during his 8-game hitting streak.
Yeah, ball carry tonight, slice it away from Juan Soto.
We've seen him run for a lot of balls toward the line. Like, he's going a long ways for these, and this one same way. Tailing away, good effort, sliding toward the wall. And the Giants get one back with a 4-run lead all of a sudden.
And here's Pablo Sandoval, who has doubled in 2 trips. So this will be the 9th Giant faced by Suero, who's given up 4 hits to the first 8 he has faced. So the bullpen is about to get busy because the pitcher spot is due up 3rd. Bottom of the 5th coming. Miller, Suero, and Grace threw an inning on Wednesday. Doolittle only had to throw 1 pitch after Max pitched on Tuesday. So Justin Miller and a bunch of the arms out there pretty well rested this week. Of course, the day off Monday and yesterday's off day. Swing and a miss. On a pitch away, Pablo went reaching. 2 down. The Geico Seats for Service program donates tickets to honor military members and their families around the country. And tonight we welcome Petty Officer Jonathan Elliott from the Washington Navy Yard and his guests here at Nationals Park. Petty Officer Jonathan Elliott, we thank you for your service. Alan Hansen, 2 for 2, runner going, and that's a steal of 3rd without a play. Brandon Crawford, their cleanup guy, steals his 2nd base of the year.
And 1 stolen base before that, caught 4 times, but with the big leg kick from Suero and nobody hold him on, he walks into, well, had to slide into 3rd, but he had that standing up.
This one popped up on the infield. So the Giants will strand another. They've left 3 runners, but they've scored 6 in 5 innings. And now the Nats will have to keep mounting some comebacks. for heroes. And tonight we salute a guy who's just back off the DL, as FP mentioned earlier, their great lefty, Madison Bumgarner. Helmets to Hard Hats, a program that he supports. It connects military veterans with career opportunities in the construction industry, and many of the jobs are skilled labor jobs. So thanks to Madison Bumgarner for that. And there's Wilmer Depot doing his thing at home. Batting average is going to go up over 340 in this ballpark this year with his 1 for 2 tonight. 5th inning off to a good start. Pedro Severino. Batting average getting dangerously close down to the 200 mark. He's at 205 right now. There's Adrian Sanchez to hit for Suero. One of these next 2 hitters can get a base hit at the bottom of the order. The Nats might get something going. Right now, Suarez in his 5th inning of work with nobody out, about to throw his 75th pitch. Last time out, he threw 86 in 7 innings.
That's how you get back into a game. Bottom of your order gets on, then it rotates back toward the top, and that's how you come back and catch Bruce Bochy's club.
Yeah, their skipper knows this is a key inning for them, despite a 4-run lead. Severino career against the Giants, 2 for 14. So we're completing the 2nd time around the batting order here. Severino high in the air to right. That'll be easy for McCutchen. Now Sanchez.
All right, the 2018 Camping World MLB All-Star Ballot is now open and exclusively online. Make sure your favorite Nats are represented this year's squad by voting at Nationals.com. Catch the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game, presented by MasterCard, July 17th, right here. That'll be live on Fox. I'll be wandering aimlessly around the ballpark.
Sanchez 0 for 6 as a pinch hitter. Overall, Adrian 3 for 20 this year. He's gone entire weeks without having an AB lately.
Got a bunt if he wants it. Hansen's way back, and he's a pretty good bunter.
How about a base hit up the middle? He's going to sneak one through. Depot will stop at second. Urquiz Hernandez charged that ball well. So we said if one of these next 2 guys could get aboard, who knows what might happen. Here comes the top of the order. Well done by Adrian Sanchez.
All right, here's your chance to jump back into this ball game right here. Turner, Harper, Rendon. Hopefully for Dave Martinez, they all hit.
Trey takes a ball. 1 for 2, infield hit to third, ground ball to second. Depot, line drive out to left center to start the inning. Sanchez the grounder up the middle. Good speed out there. And Trey gets the count in his favor.
They're looking for something in to turn on. until he gets the 2 strikes, I believe. Could be wrong. But just the pitches he's taken in this sequence leads me to believe he's looking for something middle in.
3-1.
Too far. Good at bat work and get the one you like and give it a ride.
Power looming in the on-deck circle. Big pitch in this game right now. And he walked him. The bases are loaded.
Should get this place going right now. Bryce Harper, bases loaded, down by 4. What more could you ask for if you're a Nats fan right now? They're standing up down the first baseline.
First walk of the game for Andrew Suarez. There's activity in the Giants bullpen. That's Reyes Maranta throwing. And if you weren't with us earlier, that's a bullpen that now features Mark Melancon again. He's back, but not closing. Hunter Strickland's still their closer for now.
Suppose you got the Braves game on now? Is this SunTrust Park? Somebody's pitching for the Nats in the background there on the loop.
Yeah, that's an old game, obviously.
That's the new age baseball. You can walk up and see the pitcher on the video.
Hey, that wouldn't be Justin Miller, would it, who's warming up right now? How about that?
All right, Titletown's on its feet right now. Here we go.
Bryce Harper. 4-run game, bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 5. Base hit. Home is Defoe. Home is Sanchez. And it's 6-4. Just like that.
He's digging it. We're digging it. Everybody at the ballpark on their feet. So this is how you do it, right? Bottom of the order, clutching up. First Wilmer Defoe. Then Adrian Sanchez, great at bat by Trey Turner. The line is moving. Bryce Harper with the knock. We got a 2-run game. And that's going to do it for Andrew Suarez. Bruce Bochy out to the mound. Everybody stand the first base dugout. Nats on a power play. Stay tuned.
Wow, he got 6 runs to work with and couldn't get through 5 innings. Need expert printing? The UPS store has you covered together. There's nothing they can't solve. Nats are back in business.
National, yes, congratulations, Caps. Lots to smile about in this town right now. Nats have the line moving. I can't believe this crowd has anything left to cheer for tonight. I mean, they left it all out there last night, but they're on their feet. The ballpark is rocking, providing innovative, high-value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. Smile, it's Friday. The line is moving, same seats. Here we go.
Reyes Maranta, 26-year-old 24-year-old right-hander. He appeared against the Nats for a couple of innings in the middle game of that series in San Fran. Gave up a hit, no runs, struck out a couple.
Right man, the right spot right here.
Anthony Rendon was not active at that time, so he'll get his first career look at Moranta.
Moranta's fastball is between 94 and 99. Curveball, slider to go with it.
And he becomes the pitcher of record for the Giants, with Suarez unable to get through 5. So Trey got the key walk, and then Bryce early in the count delivered the 2-run single that he pulled.
It's a good ball game.
Ball 3.
Yes. Absolutely 100% green light, yes.
Three hits, a walk in the inning already. It's been a long road back tonight. The Nats are one big hit away from being right where they need to be.
Some nights you got to slug it out, Carp.
Yeah, you do. And that ball popped up into center by Rendon. Tagging is Turner. Nobody's going to throw him out. They hit the cutoff man, and that keeps Bryce at first. 2 down.
Anthony just missed that. It got a little deep on him because of the velocity of the fastball. See how he didn't get extended right there? Got the pitch right where he was looking. You can see the frustration. It just got a little bit deep, and Trey Turner being aggressive.
Mark Reynolds 1 for 1 against Moranta. It's before he joined the Nats. 2 strikeouts tonight, so maybe he doesn't mind facing the right-hander here. He's going to pop it up on the left side. Foul ground. Hansen, and Reyes Moranta comes into the game and totally shuts the door. But Harper drives into the Nats back to within 2. A lot of action in this 6-4 game. 16 hits. Home team now down by just a couple. 8-game hitting streak now for Brandon Crawford, who's had a big night. Juan Soto goes the other way to wake up the offense. Steven Strasburg, we don't know why, left after 35 pitches. We'll find out later. Nats trying to get him off the hook. So here's Justin Miller, the Nationals' 4th pitcher of the night. 30-year-old right-hander, 6th appearance, and he's been nearly perfect. Hunter Pence. And Rendon's on the move. Gotta hurry. He does. 1 out. So the Giants box, McCutchen and Crawford in the middle of it. A combined 4 for 6 with 2 runs, 2 batted in. The bottom of their order's done well. Allen Hansen a single, a triple. Pence in the 7th spot, an RBI double, and Gurgis Hernandez 2 for 2. 8th spot, 2-run homer. Here's Hernandez.
See the natural cut on the Miller fastball to go between 92 and 95. Slider to go with it between 84 and 88. And a real nice addition to the Nats bullpen, to say the least.
Absolutely. Hernandez bunts foul. 1-1. Severino's trying to bat it into fair territory. Looks like the Giants will hit for their pitcher. That is outfielder Austin Jackson. 2 big outs they got from Reyes Moranta. And a former Nat throwing in left field, at least beyond the left field fence. There's Mercedes-Benz on a swing and a miss.
Yeah, watch the step across cutter. Just moving away from Gurgis Hernandez, but he's throwing it from behind him, really. A lot like Max Scherzer with the step toward the third baseline.
Swing and a miss. Hernandez swinging from the heels. And with more on Justin Miller, here's Dan.
Bob, talking to Justin Miller earlier on today about the level of success that he's maintained at the major leagues this year after getting off to a really good start at AAA, he said that the biggest key for him mentally has been treating major league hitters as if they're any other hitter. He doesn't think about who's in the box. He says it's just right-hander or left-hander, and if he doesn't get too caught up on the level of success that a hitter has had, then he's able to simplify things. He says, I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself depending on who I'm facing. I just treat everyone the same, whether it was down at extended spring training, AAA, or up here in the big leagues.
Results have been fabulous. So Austin Jackson, these are his overall numbers. 2 for 11 for the Giants as a pinch hitter, 29-year-old outfielder, originally from Denton, Texas. A lot of big league time with the Tigers. Mariners, Cubs, White Sox, Indians since. Did 318 in 85 games with Cleveland last year.
Justin Miller just misses bats. I mean, that's what he does. So that's why you think some high leverage scenarios are going to approach him here earlier rather than later. Just, whether it's his slider or his fastball, the deception, the spin rate, all of it involved. It's just been impressive.
One and two with 2 outs. That is the definition of getting your teammates right back into the dugout. So the momentum's with the guys in red. Juan Soto will lead off. Fly ball to left first time. Big fly second time.
He thrilled us all with this third big league home run, and we're going to make it our fourth drive of the game. It wasn't a Soto home run, it was a 2-run homer. And it was a helium ball that just kept going, and going just over the glove of Hunter Pencer. Your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. He can hit. Newsflash.
Mark Melanson pitched in 30 games for the Nats 2 years ago. 17 saves, a 1.82 ERA, and did a great job. Well, he became very expensive on the free agent market. The Giants signed him, and since then he's pitched in a grand total of 34 games, 2 of them this year, and he's coming back from a right elbow flexor strain.
Yeah, fastball cutter. He's only thrown the fastball 16% of the time this year. And the cutter 45, curveball to go with it. So you think that Juan Soto will get something to pull here with Melanson pitching, especially after going out the other way.
And Mark Melanson, a 3-time All-Star, including that 16 season. Soto goes up there and lines out to Brandon Crawford. Doesn't make many soft outs, that guy. Nats box. Only a Turner hit, leading off the bottom of the first in the first 3 innings. Rendon's opposite field single fourth, and then the 2-run Soto homer. And then Defoe, Sanchez pinch hitting, and Harper delivering hits with a Turner walk for 2 more runs in the 5th. Melanson against Michael A. Taylor, who's 1 for 2 career against him.
Soto just took a cutter in that most lefties roll over to first base, and hit a hard line drive to shortstop by pulling his hands in and getting the barrel to that pitch. I don't know how he did it.
To Taylor. And Michael A. hits one with authority to right. How far? Bottom of the scoreboard, picked off by McCutchen out there. And Michael A. Taylor is showing more authority to right field than ever before. Of his last 4 hits this week, 3 of them have gone that way.
So the Nats have greeted the former Nat with a loud out and a ringing double to right center. I lost sight of this in the scoreboard. I thought he might have got him. And right here, you're just waiting to see if a fan reaches for it. That hit the bottom of the board just by McCutchen, I guess. Now, Wilmer Defoe trying to make this at least a 1-run game.
Boy, and the other thing Michael Taylor's taking out of all of this is that you can drive it that other way and not just have singles.
Well, I told you about the game that he and Anthony Rendon were playing in BP the other day, trying to hit the out-of-town scoreboard on a line. He just did it. That's a point.
So here's a big AB for Defoe, who singled sharply over the shortstop last time. Crawford shaded up the middle. Wilmer gets drilled. He had nowhere to go. 2 on, 1 out for Severino.
Yeah, that didn't feel good at all. That's a cutter off the knee, I believe. Where to get him? Oh. Been hitting a lot of spots. That's one of the most painful places. There is no padding there. That is all bone and a lot of nerves. That's going to get super tight here in a minute.
Nobody on deck yet for the Nats. Big spot for Severino, who's hit 2 fly ball outs tonight.
Melanson looks rusty. He just came off the DL, and a couple of hard hit balls and a hit batter, and that one wasn't near.
Well, the Nats have 2 good left-handed bats in that dugout. Brian Goodwin and Matt Adams. Looks like the big fella's coming out. Giants have had to piece things together in the number 9 spot all night. If you weren't with us early after Steven Strasburg had to leave the game, Max Scherzer pinch hit in the 3rd, grounded out sharply. Sanchez in the 5th, base hit that led to a rally. And this could get interesting real quickly. Tying runs on 1st. Severino high in the air, deep left center, on the track, pulled in by Burkes Hernandez, and both runners return. Adams is next.
So with 1 out, this is exactly what you're supposed to do if you're Michael A. Taylor. Nobody out, you tag up and you hope that Wilmer comes with you. But you can't tag up on this ball, because if it hits off the wall and you're standing on second, you don't score. So with 1 out, you're halfway if you're not sure. With no outs, you're close enough to scramble back, and you hope that the guy who's the tying run at first comes with you. But Michael A. did the right thing right there. That's hard to tell. You go belly to the baseball if you're a base runner, and you watch the outfield of the ball, and you hope it's going to get in there. If it doesn't, well, he did the right thing.
This has been a tough matchup for Matt Adams with Melanson, as FP said, not at full strength. 0 for 7 career. Giants in a shift, ball 1. He's made contact 4 times, 3 strikeouts. And a left-handed batter with 13 home runs and 33 batted in, who can change a whole evening with 1 swing.
Loose.
Next in line, Brandon Kinsler out of the Nats bullpen. One to Adams. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Taylor scores. Defoe to 3rd. Matt will stop at 1st, and this is a 1-run ball game.
I mean, it's just so important not to think home run right here for Matt Adams, and he didn't. He got a sinker, which you rarely see from Mark Melanson. It's all cutters in on lefties. He's respecting the power of Adams, so he goes to the other side of the plate. Matt does a nice job of beating the shift, keeping the line moving. We got a 1-run ball game. Same seats, everybody. This has been a good one here tonight from Nats Park.
Top of the order, Trey Turner, tying run 90 feet away. How about that for Matt Adams' first career hit against Melanson? Trey 0 for 2 against the right-hander. Matt Adams came in as one of the highest RBI to plate appearance guys this year. Now has 34 in 160 plate appearances.
I always thought, Carp, that if you missed a lot of time, June was a tough month to jump back into it, because everybody's at the top of their game. I've talked about it before. You know, when Adam Eaton comes back and Daniel Murphy now, the league is going super fast. It's like jumping out in the fast lane when everyone's driving 85, 90. They're all at the top of their games. Whether you're a hitter, whether you're a pitcher, and for Melanson right now, he's missed so much time. You can tell he's a little bit rusty trying to jump back into it in June.
Yeah. Guys you're facing aren't tired for the season just yet.
No, they're just at the top of their game. Everybody's at peak right now, first couple weeks in June, I think.
Good pitch on the Nissan pitch track. Nationals have had 8 base runners in the last 3 innings. 5 of them have scored. And Trey, easy take upstairs, 2-1. They've got 3 lefties. Will Smith, one of those. You know who that's in mind? The guy on deck.
I just hope he faces Hunter Strickland sometime in the series. That would make me a happy broadcaster.
2-1. Breaking ball. Turner hits it right field corner. McCutcheon stalking it, and he takes it. But the Nats almost done with the comeback. They score a run and leave 2. 6-5 into the 7th.
Verizon Expo, we're going to have fun with Trey Turner's sweet play on Buster Posey. Show it to me in Expo, boys. Fully extended. The slingshot throw. And a nice pick by Mark Reynolds. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com. What a play.
Yeah, pretty good on both ends there. Trying to keep this a 1-run game. The Nats' 5th pitcher of the night, Brandon Kinsler. Definitely on the upswing as he makes his 30th appearance. 28 innings, 21 strikeouts. He's cut down on the walks lately, 12 total on the season, but a lot of those came early. Top of the order, Joe Panik facing him for the 9th time. Each 3 for 5. Rendon shallow at 3rd.
I don't know if we've mentioned it yet, but the Cup, the Stanley Cup, is coming to Nats Park tomorrow for the 12 o'clock start. So I don't know if you have tickets or there are tickets, but it's probably going to be the first public appearance if it's still in one piece.
That ball driven to left, but slicing.
Some players are supposedly coming, so if you want to see the Stanley Cup and you don't have tickets, if there are any, come over. She'll be here.
As she tried for a souvenir foul ball.
I hope they've sterilized that thing from last night in Vegas. Do they have somebody that goes around sterilizing the cup?
I don't know.
I think they should. If they don't. I think it's cool that it goes to every player's house, right, for a day. Isn't that how it goes?
It will. Ancient kings used to have a cupbearer who had to taste everything before it got to the king.
Well, they did that last night. They tasted
to make sure he wouldn't be poisoned.
Based on the internet videos, they tasted everything last night, as they should have.
1 ball and 2 strikes, and a fastball just up and in.
And when you think about it, with all their trials and tribulations, the hockey gods were looking down on them. Because if you ever want to win a title somewhere, and you could pick one city to win it in besides your own, wouldn't it be Las Vegas? I mean, that had to be the coolest thing for those guys last night.
That ball is killed to right field. Harper playing to Karam, and it goes to the right off him. Kind of a cyclone sort of fence out there in front of that scoreboard. You never know which way the ball's going to go. So to his right, and Joe Panik breaks up an 0 for 14 with a double here in the 7th.
Just the second double of the year for Joe Panik. Been banged up. And a leadoff double for the Giants here in the 7th. Yeah, there's no way knowing which way that ball's going to go off the chain link out there. Sometimes it goes left, sometimes it sits off, sometimes it goes right.
So here's Buster, robbed, as we showed you, by Turner and Reynolds last time. Buster Posey career against Kinsler, 1 for 4.
Oh, I'm hearing the cup is in Clarendon right now. Okay, it'll be the first appearance at Nats Park.
That's a base hit. Harper charging, Panik around third. Ron Wotus holds him. Bryce hits the cutoff man. Just like that, the Giants are trying to get a crooked number lead back. Next up, McCutcheon.
Anytime you see two balls in the air off Brandon Kinsler, you wonder if that sinker is where he needs it to be. He's a ground ball pitcher. He's got a lot of sink on most days, and a couple line drives here to start up the 7th for the Giants.
Homer, ground out, single. A run batted in and 2 scored for McCutcheon tonight, who's on a 5-game hitting streak with 9 hits. Mentioned earlier tonight, Giants bats have been heating up lately. Buster Posey told me around the cage today they've been doing a good job lately of stringing hits together, something they weren't able to do earlier. They're getting healthy, and they have 8 extra base hits out of their 12 tonight. That's an impressive total for Bruce Bochy's suddenly resurgent offense. 1-0 pitch. Well done on the outside half. Counts even.
Sac fly zone.
McCutcheon has 28 runs batted in. Target in.
Well, now I got to go for the strikeout, even though Brandon Kinsler is a guy that pitches to contact. You got a 1-2 count, 1-run deficit. Whatever you can do to make him miss this baseball would be ideal for the Nats.
Matt Grace.
If he tries a slider here, that 2-seamer under his hands. Try to backdoor heater. Good stop.
Two-two.
The Buster's got 2 stolen bases this year. It's just a, hey, don't ambush me throw over. Pretty good hitter on deck, seeing it big.
Turner right to him. Base runners stay home. Nats get a break on a ball that was scalded. 1 out.
Well, now you're ground ball away. Even though they've touched you for 3-line drives, you never know.
Brandon Crawford. 1 for 3 career with a double against Kinsler.
Yeah, Crawford's a good low ball hitter. Always has been. He's kind of got that uppercut swing. We'll see if they try to elevate on him here. Even though he's trying to lift the ball at least to score the runner from third. But he's actually better at hitting fly balls down in the zone than up in the zone.
That one had a little run back to it.
Did it come all the way back? Oh yeah, clearly right in the middle. Not even close.
Severino framing it beautifully. Always a ground ball away with this guy. Whoa, that was an early break by Buster Posey. Kinsler turned around, and by that time Buster was headed back.
We've seen Brandon Kinsler not panic in a similar situation recently, and that's the way Buster Posey will steal on you, the ambush. Obviously in the scouting report, thus the throwovers.
Crawford wears that one, and the bases are loaded. Pablo Sandoval now. Nats still a pitch away from being out of this inning.
Get him in the elbow. Tricep guard. Yeah. Front hip sinker didn't come back, and now the bases are loaded. Still 1 pitch away, though. This guy's swinging early, trust me.
Crawford hit for only the 3rd time all year.
Get him on the ground, you can definitely turn a double play.
Sandoval career 0 for 3 against Kinsler. Long inning here. 1-0, and now it's up the middle. Panic scores. Posey will be held, and the line's moving for the Giants. They lead 7-5. 4 out of 5 men reaching against Kinsler here.
I think Dave Martinez is going to make a move, not Brandon Kinsler's favorite night. They were seeing him big, the ball was up, and they hit some line drives. There'll be better days. That's baseball.
Giants by 2, trying to bust it open here in the 7th. of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington, home of the Stanley Cup champion, Nationals. Gorgeous night, 80 at game time, quite muggy. And now we're in the 7th, and the Nats are having a hard time holding the Giants down. No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. Daniel Murphy still playing Double-A ball with Harrisburg. 8 hits in 9 games. And right down the road in Richmond, base hit, walk, and a run scored tonight for Murph.
I got a report on Twitter from a fan that he was flying around the bases, and I believe everything I read on Twitter. I'm going with it.
I'd feel better if he was touching the ground, but we'll go with that for now. Matt Grace against Evan Longoria, who hits for Alan Hansen here. These two face each other for the first time. He's going to go up hacking and fly one for Harper. Crawford at second, tagging. Price throws it into Turner. First and third, 2 down.
Numbers for Matt Grace. Sinker, slider, occasional change. Sinkers between 87 and 92 miles an hour. This thing still ain't over yet, trust me.
Oh, not by any means.
I mean, you got to get it out here. You start to get into the 4s and 5s this late, you're in trouble. But if you keep it to 3, that's just a couple bloops and a bomb. The way the ball's carrying, the way they're swinging it, this ain't over.
So Posey scoring on the play, and here's Pence. 0 for 1 career against Matt Grace. And Pence will drive in another run. That ball really hit hard the other way. Now the Giants have a 3-run 7th inning and a 9-5 lead. All those charged to Kinsler, who's also responsible for Sandoval at second.
That just got a whole lot harder. Not impossible. Got a whole lot harder.
Gorky Hernandez 0 for 1 against Grace career. About 40 minutes from now, the Braves will be underway at LA. They're throwing Brandon McCarthy at the Dodgers tonight. Nats 35 and 25, Atlanta 36 and 26. Tied for first. Nats 2 games in hand. Ball 2. Mets playing the Yankees at home tonight, and they had a 1-run lead, now trail 4-1.
The West
wild,
is,
Wild West
yeah,
going here, huh?
That's the division that's crazy. Look at that. Even San Diego's just 4.5 out. Look at the Padres.
Well, the Nats are the team that brought the Diamondbacks back down to earth, aren't they? Especially that 4-game sweep in Phoenix. 2-1 here. Hot shot, Turner. The short way to defense. So we were hoping Bryce Harper would bat as the tying run. Now the Nats need another couple of rallies.
All right, welcome back to Nats Park. Here's the home run leaders in Major League Baseball. Bryce Harper's going to try hit 2 right here to tie J.D. Martinez. Well, now he's just going to try to hit 1 and jump up there with those other guys. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs hit by the Nats this year. Lexus experience amazing. This year I was driving home on 295, hit a pothole, blew my tire out on my Lexus car. They came, picked up my car that night, and had a new one in my house the next day. So their customer service is the best, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
I think it's great they got that car in your house. That's fantastic.
Well, I don't have a driveway, so they parked it right next to my house. And
I got it.
it was painless.
Well done, Lexus dealers. Harper and Will Smith. Oh, pardon me, Tony Watson. Their other lefty. They had Smith working earlier. They've got their 4-run lead guy going here, Watson, who at times over the years has been a closer here and there for the Pirates and the Giants now. 7th inning. Bryce could be hitting again, and Hunter Strickland is their closer, just saying. It's a good pitch at the knees. And Harper strikes out looking to start the 7th. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Fastball away. Bottom of the zone. Posey pulled it up.
Evan Longoria stays into play third after pinch hitting and getting that sac fly.
Fastball's 91 to 94. Little run to it. That's the one you want to hit. Opponents are 21 for 61 off that for 344 average against. Slider's good, 118 average. Changeup even better, 2 for 25, excuse me.
And the ball driven the other way. Playable. McCutchen. Rendon retired. Anthony 1 for 4 tonight.
All right, Father's Day brunch on the baselines. That's presented by Budweiser. That's June 17th at noon. So Nats will be in Toronto, but you can be here watching on the big screen. Visit nationals.com to secure your brunch tickets today. Brunch on the baselines.
Mark Reynolds. Well, that's how you bust up an 0 for 9 against a guy who's given you problems over the years. First pitch swinging, base hit. Reynolds on for the first time tonight.
Now we get to watch Juan Soto try to make this a 2-run game. Who knows? Good swing by Mark Reynolds. Get on the heater. Want to wait around for anything else? I think that was a fastball. Either way, he's on first for Juan Soto. He hasn't really hammered one to the pull side in the air. Even the home run he hit in Atlanta on the split from Sam Freeman kind of was an helium ball. Haven't really seen him get one to the pull side yet, up in the air.
Slider moving away, and it's 0-2.
Might be his favorite count.
He's gone. Home plate umpire Kerwin Danley punched him out. That's going to hit from Reynolds, but go quickly in the 7th. It's all Giants, 9-5. Ball's flying. Plenty of time tonight. Matt Grace will stay in and pitch here as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Just kind of a crazy night. They got off to a very unorthodox start with Steven Strasburg having to leave after 2 innings, and obviously we don't know why just yet.
And the ball's flying tonight, a lot of hitting going on. You'd like to come back and win this, but if you don't, you got Gio Gonzalez who's been lights out tomorrow. You got Max Scherzer coming at you in the shadows on Sunday night at 4 o'clock, so good luck with that. You'd like to win the first game of a series always, but if not, you'd like to feel confident about what tomorrow and Sunday holds. But hey, the Giants showed you they're going to come out swinging in this series. They're not taking any pitches. They've been real aggressive.
Number 9 spot, Mac Williamson hit a couple of home runs against the Nats out in San Francisco. He was on the bench tonight with our ball club starting Steven Strasburg. So Williamson, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. He's 15 for 57 in 16 ball games. First at bat against Matt Grace. And it is a procession from the bullpen tonight. Sam Dyson for the Giants appears to be next, after they got a good inning from Tony Watson. Good job by Grace of getting inside on this big, strong right-handed batter. Potomac Nationals Military Appreciation Night. That's 8 days from now at the Fitz. First 2,000 fans receive a camo koozie courtesy of VDSS, the Virginia Birth Father Registry. The number and the website, you know how to find them. Real baseball, real close. Two count. Giants have now used everybody off their bench except for tonight's backup catcher, Nick Hundley. Pitch number 10 in this AB. Jammed him. Pop up left field. Soto broke back. Comes in. Can't get there in time. And Williamson has a base hit. It's a big, strong right-handed batter taking a big swing.
Yeah, fool Juan Soto. He took a couple steps back on that. You could see, and that's when your infielders, you really rely on them screaming in, especially when you have a power hitter with a big swing and he doesn't get it. You need your shortstop, your third baseman, everybody to scream in as soon as they hit it. I don't know if they did. I can't hear up here, but we'll show you some Fios by Verizon Exmo, the effort by Juan Soto. 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com.
Another one goes Juan's way, and he can move to his right. First out, 8th inning. Next up, Grace and Buster Posey.
where Matt Grace, excuse me, needs his best friend, that ground ball with that two-seamer. There's somebody out back there. I like that Pedro Severino's looking for outs in other places besides a hitter. He's shown he's accurate. He's shown he makes good decisions on the pickoffs. Sometimes you get a young catcher with a good arm. He's wild back there. Wilson Contreras for the Cubs last year, he threw a lot of balls into the outfield. He's a guy that likes to pick behind guys. Well, Pedro's been pretty solid with his attempts and his choices, when to throw.
Yeah, he's aggressive, but very smart about it. He's thrown out a runner tonight that was trying to advance on a ball that got away. Kept the Giants from a bigger inning back in the second.
And when you're not hitting like you'd like to, you take tremendous pride in how you catch, whether it's the signs you put down, throwing ability. You got to contribute somehow, and he's done a nice job back there filling in for Matt Wieters.
Two-two pitch upstairs.
I think everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised when they see Adam Eaton run around. Saw him today working out, talked to him a lot. He said he's feeling better than he did on opening day, that ankle was kind of barking in Cincinnati, and it doesn't anymore.
High fly for Bryce Harper in right. Second out of the inning. So Buster Posey retired. And next up will be Andrew McCutchen.
That looked like the old Andrew McCutchen here tonight. He's hit the ball hard a few times. The home run, the single, the line out to short.
Back in plenty of time is Williamson.
That's dangerous because there's nobody backing that up, and his arm is so strong. If he misses, it's in the corner.
Just slowed down McCutchen's bat enough. Trey Turner right next to his buddy Anthony Rendon. So the Nats need a bunch here. Taylor leads off bottom 8, down by 4. Gio will. He may be home already. 6-2 last 7 starts, 4-0 with a 181. We're meeting the Giants at high noon tomorrow. Nats Extra begins at 11:30 a.m. And the Nats will be taking on Pudge's son, Derek Rodriguez, who's made 1 start in his 2 big league games, and he won his first decision, 1.93 ERA, and Gio's been so good lately. So the Nats come up bottom of the 8th. Taylor, Depot, and Severino against veteran Sam Dyson.
See the numbers on Dyson this year. Fastball's got a little run to it at 92 to 95. Curveball sharp, 12.6. The slider's kind of like a cutter. It's probably his best pitch. Opponent's hitting 190 against that. I'm mixing an occasional changeup, so load him up and hit a tater. Here we go.
Michael A. Taylor, 1 for 1 with a tater against Sam Dyson. 9-15-1 Giants, 5-9-0 Nats. So Michael tonight, 1 for 3, opposite field double, a run scored. Batting average at .217.
Yeah, opponent's hitting 159 against Dyson in his last 22 games, so he's been locked in.
That was close. One of the best shortstops in the game behind that one. High throw. Pablo Sandoval had to stretch. Crawford throws out Taylor, 1 out.
Join the roster Friday, June 22nd for Nationals Boot Camp. Choose from 2 morning sessions, sweat it out with circuit-style workout at Nats Park, and take home a Nats-branded resistance band. For tickets, visit nationals.com/bootcamp. Are we in town? June 22nd? I have to make an appearance like that. Sure, buddy, what's up? Just roll in straight from salt line to the field.
Wilmer Defoe, 1 out, 8th inning. Pretty good changeup right there.
I think he felt that knee on the end of that swing.
Tim Collins will return to action tonight following the heels of Matt Grace. Gave up a couple of hits and a sac fly. No runs charged to him as he went an inning and 2/3.
It's a strike. Well, this is the part of the order that kind of turned the whole thing around last time through. See if they could do it again.
Yeah, Wilmer 1 for 2 tonight with a base hit, a run, and he's been hit by a pitch. He's going to lift one to left. Pence was playing shallow. 2 outs here in the 8th. Next up, Pedro Severino. And if the inning stays alive, Brian Goodwin in the number 9 spot. The last Nat remaining other than Spencer Keyboom on the bench. Two-hopper backs up Evan Longoria. Knew he had plenty of time. So the Nats go in order in the 8th. It's all Giants with 1 frame to go.
Runs is enough, but the Giants came out swinging, and if you missed it, look at the game summary. You're going to show what happened to Steven Strasburg. Kind of reset it. He was rolling his shoulder and his neck early in the game. You could kind of see it after every pitch, and he was grimacing, and we knew something was up. And it looked like Derek Lilliquist said, "How's your shoulder? How's your back?" He would stay in for another hitter. Then we watched him go down the tunnel with Paul Dessard, head trainer, and he didn't come back, so we don't know. Dave Martinez had to make a decision. He went with Sean Kelly, and it's been a bullpen night ever since the 2nd inning. Now Tim Collins comes on for his 7th appearance for the Nats.
Collins has faced just a couple of Giants from his days in the American League when Austin Jackson was a Tiger and Evan Longoria was a Ray. It'll be Crawford, Sandoval, and Longoria here, top 9 for San Francisco. Giants have had a big night, 9 runs on 15 hits.
Tim's fastball between 92 and 94. Curveball and changeup to complement. Pretty good 12-6 curveball.
Fastball up, 9th inning underway. Soto cruising to it.
I wonder if we're going to see Adam Eaton for the first time in a long time tomorrow. Daniel Murphy getting close, it sounds like. Some interesting moves to be made, it sounds like.
Yeah, there will be a very interesting move made somewhere along the line. Right now on the bench, the Nats have one backup infielder who can play different positions, and that's Adrian Sanchez. Matt Adams, first base, maybe a little bit of left field here and there. We don't want to speculate on player moves, but Sanchez is a versatile guy in there, and of course we have an outfielder returning. So we'll get it all figured out, and we'll see how it all shakes out. That's a hot shot, 2 hops down to Rendon. He throws out Pablo Sandoval for the 2nd out, top of the 9th.
Well, down by 4, you want a bit of good news? The Caps just announced that Ovi's throwing out the first pitch here tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be.
How about? I mean,
that'll be big.
This place is going to go berserk. So Alex Ovechkin throwing out the first pitch tomorrow. The Cup will be in the ballpark. Now I'm not going to sleep. But that is beyond cool. This place will come down tomorrow at noon. I think his reactions, Carp, reminded me a lot of Zim in 2012, even though it wasn't the World Series. There's a shot, Ovi in the cup. That was before the cup made its way around Las Vegas last night. That was when the cup was still clean. And we can't wait to see it tomorrow. That's going to be super cool.
There's the ball driven toward the gap and over to grab it. Juan Soto off the bat of Longoria. 1-2-3 ninth. A good inning for Tim Collins. Now the Nats need a big one. Too bad Ovi's not leading off. Brought to you by University of Maryland University College and by LG OLED TV with AI Thin Hue. Now Will Smith to try to close it out.
See the numbers on Smith. Nats with their last licks, trying to load him up. And hit one out. We'll see. Fastball, curveball, slider change is what we'll see from Will Smith. Fastball between 91 and 94. Opponents in 190 against Smith's heater on the season.
Brian Goodwin gets a pinch hitting appearance here. For 1 career against the 28-year-old left-hander. Fastball in there. Slider slowed down his bat a little bit, and a good job by Brian to stay alive. Fastball up.
Heaters here so far. And here comes a slider.
Front door, that was close. Erwin Danley had a little lean going. Trey Turner on base twice tonight. Base hit walk, he's next.
Bryant's had trouble finding his timing after missing all that time. It's understandable trying to put the ball in play here with 2 strikes.
Rips one foul.
Good swing.
On it, 2-2 lifted to left. Hunter Pence.
Let's see what happens right here, top of the order. It's just weird. You had the feeling that the Nats were in this game all night tonight just because the way the ballpark was playing, the way they were swinging. It's just a little more aggressive, and 9 runs and 15 hits is tough to beat.
Yeah, just not a typical night, because when the Nats starters have been able to have just kind of a regular outing, pitching their 6 to 7 innings or so, seldom giving up more than a couple of runs a game. It's a rough night for the bullpen. Had to be called on early and often. Just a different kind of ball game for the Nats tonight from what we're used to. Now this one in the air on the other side for McCutcheon. And Bryce Harper will get one more AB. Giants will go a game over 500 unless the Nats pull off a miracle here. And Harper, career against Will Smith, a walk, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 4. Foul tip, 0-2. Big crowd tonight, 41,591. That's actually over the published capacity of Nationals Park by about 200. So some standing room tonight and a big house. They saw a lot of offense, but that 3-run 7th inning really put a damper on the night.
I think it'd be a pretty big house tomorrow too. Place should be rocking again. It'll be fun.
1-2 with 2 outs here, and Bryce stays alive.
He sees the pitches middle in here from Will Smith.
Giants thought the game was over.
Close.
Two to Harper, and now it is 3 hours and 5 minutes. A lot of offense tonight, and David Martinez ball club just could not stop the San Francisco offense tonight. Nats will go 5-9-0, and the Giants will go 9-15-1. Each team stranding 6 base runners. So tomorrow, Gio goes to the hill, and career, he's 5-5 in 13 starts against San Fran. We'll get you going with Nats Extra at 11:30. This has been a presentation of Masson. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark, straight ahead with Nets Extra post game. And from the booth, we'll try it at noon tomorrow. So long for just a while.